Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess. Hey!
Welcome!
Episode 84. We recounted.
We reshuffled the deck, you know.
It would be episode 102, but there's 2 lost episodes.
Yeah. And it can't possibly be 100 because we don't have a cake.
No
or
cake.
any balloons.
And I completely forgot that it was episode 100.
I didn't forget. I knew that.
Then why didn't you put it on the list if you knew?
Because we don't have any balloons.
We don't need balloons.
I said, first of all, I'm the one who told you to put it on the list.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have known if I didn't say put 100 on there.
I don't even really, honestly, like numbers are just kind of an idea.
I know you think that.
I don't really understand how it works. Isn't it crazy how numbers work? How you got a number and then like one
Other
more
people.
thing and then the number changes.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that.
Yeah. And if you add.
Yeah, I'm a 6 kind of guy. And then they're like, what about this other thing? It's like,
Right.
oh, 7 now?
You don't have to worry about being a 7.
Yeah. No.
You're
I'm a 6. Unless, what did I say? Unless you're into trees that talk.
What?
Yeah, I said that at a show.
Oh, cool.
I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
Yeah.
We got news.
We got news for our
News
100th
podcast.
episode.
100th episode.
Woo! 100th episode.
For our 100th episode, I did 100 stories.
Okay, great.
So
And
it's
they're all
going
going
to
to be riveting.
oh my God, could you imagine doing
Just
like 100 of
fucking
them?
awful.
Okay. This is from ABC 10, December 31st. This is a freshie. And
Okay.
Brittany found this one, okay? Madera County, California. One person is behind bars after being caught driving under the influence
Okay.
with a spider monkey, according to the California Highway
Oh.
Patrol. Got a DUI. Monkey in the car.
Yeah.
We have one detained.
And we're
There is a
trying,
monkey.
the other one, we're trying to get him detained, but he's
Yeah.
acting wild.
I attempted. He's
Get it?
acting wild.
Get
yeah,
it?
that's good.
Because he's an animal.
I tried to lure him with bananas.
Yeah.
I saw that in a
You
movie.
won't- But he's yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine like the monkey is just also wasted.
Yeah, I hope so.
They
I
just
hope
both
so.
just like fucking
Yeah.
living life.
The monkey's like, run, run, run. Criminal ass monkey is probably the monkey's idea. CHP said the incident happened Monday night along Highway 99 north of Avenue 17 in Madera County. An officer pulled over a Rolls Royce Ghost. I didn't see that part. That's just not just a Rolls Royce. That's the Rolls Royce. That's good. That was allegedly speeding and ultimately arrested the driver on suspicion of DUI and possession of cannabis for sale.
Okay. All right. Well, how much does it say how much?
I don't know.
It could
He
have been
was selling weed too.
Like who's still selling weed these days?
You know, once again, like I know that man chose to put alcohol into his system, but that could have been the monkey's weed.
Absolutely. It was where was it? Was it underneath the passenger seat?
I don't know.
Because yeah.
But police said that's not all he had in the car.
Oh.
Police said the driver also had a 1-month-old spider monkey.
Oh, it's
just
a baby. Oh, so it wasn't drinking.
No. Drinking milk, monkey milk.
Oh,
Hairy, get
little
hairs in
monkey
it.
breast milk.
Ugh. What kind of milk do you feed him? Because it's hard to get monkey milk.
Monkey milk, breast milk, probably goat milk. Just feed everything goat milk.
I think like animals, yeah. But you want like special monkey stuff in there.
Yeah, they probably just like what?
They probably dip a banana in it.
That's the only thing that I know of that
Monkeys
eat. And bugs.
A lot of it, yeah, they eat bugs off each other. Yeah,
Lots of
they do
bugs.
that, yeah. Primates are illegal to own as pets in California, and it was ultimately taken by animal control to get proper treatment.
Gosh. Was it being like not treated right? That's different.
Yeah, police said the driver was booked into Madera County Jail and is facing several charges, including possession of an exotic monkey.
Possession of a monkey.
Man, I've done some bad stuff, but I've never possessed a monkey.
Gosh, lucky. That would be so fun to have a monkey. It would suck to get a monkey taken away.
I know. It would suck to get arrested. It would suck to have to call your wife and be like, I got a DUI.
And the monkey's gone.
No, he's like, I got a DUI. And there was weed.
Yeah.
And the monkey.
Oh, not the monkey.
She's like, a monkey?
No.
A monkey? Dude, if my husband called me and was like, hey, just so you know, I have a monkey, I'd rather think that he was fucking somebody else.
No, in my head, it's her monkey.
Oh, yeah.
It's her monkey and it's a baby. And he's like, fuck it. I need to go to the bar. Like, I cannot take it.
Wait, his wife's the monkey's mom?
No, yeah, the monkey's mom. And so, like she's the one who bought it.
So wait, his wife's the monkey?
No, she's the
she
one
had a monkey baby?
She's the one who purchased the
monkey.
monkey.
Oh, okay. That's totally different than what I was thinking.
And he like when new dads want to take their babies to the bar.
Yeah.
So he
is that a thing?
It was when I was a kid.
Yeah. Woo!
Yeah.
We named her Jessica.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You just sit her underneath the pool table.
This is my impression of your dad at the bar with you. We named her Jessica. Also, if anybody's interested, I got some deer meat in the pickup.
Yeah.
If anybody I got caught legally.
Right. No, really, Dad used to just like leave me in the car.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Until I woke
of the
up.
bar. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's wrong.
Actually, there's a lot.
Yeah. I remember my dad used to drink at this place called the Graham Tavern, and I'd wandered down these railroad tracks, and I found an owl that got hit by a train.
Ugh.
And I was so excited. I was like, and I ran into it because I thought my dad would be so pumped.
To see a dead owl?
So I would go, I couldn't go all the way in the bar, but I'd peek my head in, right?
Oh, God.
And I peeked my head in. I'm like, Dad, I found a dead owl on the railroad tracks. And he's just like, get out of here.
You
and
can't
I was
be
so,
in here.
No. I was just so crushed because he told me, he's like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I know that you said that, but that was before I found this dead owl.
Yeah. No, my dad used to love to take me to bars.
Yeah.
And sneak me in.
It's different.
Yeah.
How would he sneak you in? Like a big pocket?
No, like he would. Well, I remember one year for New Year's Eve, he just, I was like 14, 13 or something like that.
Oh, so you weren't a baby then.
Yeah, no. And he just said that I was 21. And I remember it was New Year's Eve and I went to the bar with him and he was like, just pretend to be my girlfriend. And I'm like, oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, okay, Dad. But then I was in this bar. What? And then I was in this bar and I was so uncomfortable. I was like, can I go home? And so I went home. He had somebody drive me home.
Honey, can I go home? Excuse me, dad husband, dad boyfriend.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
I want to go home.
Oh God! Sometimes you tell me stuff, and that made me just the idea. It's not just because if it was just one of those things, if he brought you to the bar on New Year's Eve, whatever. If he told people you were 21, whatever. If he told you, actually, that's the part that he told people that you were his girlfriend.
Yeah.
That's the part
that really did it for you.
Yeah, but the other two things aren't helping.
Yeah. All of it. Yeah, you can, and then it's everything.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because I could imagine being like, hey, this is my girlfriend.
Yeah.
He goes, she looks 14. You think I'd date a 14-year-old? She's 21.
So, well, Dad was like a little, he was smaller than you are, but he was a big dude. So nobody, he was I remember he just had me he tucked me into his armpit real close and he just did one of these and he's just
wiped some coal dust on your face. You're like, yeah, I found her.
Yeah, contour.
She was in a hole over there.
Baby Jessica.
Yeah, baby Jessica. I rescued her
from a well.
And then she fell in love with me.
Oh my God.
That's what happened. And she's half me. That's why we get along
so well. And also it's why we look alike.
Yeah. Isn't it spooky?
You know how people start turning into their pets?
Yeah, you're like,
Same thing.
That's love.
Same thing.
Dude, my your dad impression. Wait, how do I say that?
Yeah, I don't know.
I was doing an impression of your dad.
Your dad.
That's how you talk.
Your dad
That's
impression?
how you talk. Anyway. Rolling Stone. December 22nd.
Ooh, fun.
This one, maybe you heard about this. This one's actually like a pretty popular story that I wanted to cover last week, but we were doing all of Zach's stories about
All of Zach's crazy
war crimes.
The one guy who just bled out. He just wanted us to know that there was a guy
bleeding to death.
Like, and then it was like, well, what happened? He's like, oh, well, he beat his girlfriend.
Yeah, he's holding a gun to her head and then he bled to death.
And it was like, oh,
but there's this other
Zach.
funny thing. Well, what happened? Oh, yeah, the neighbor was sad.
Right. The
neighbor's like, I feel bad for both of them.
You just can't judge.
Zach. Wait, episode 99, biggest episode ever.
And you fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah. Okay, Rolling Stone, December 22nd. Republican Representative Kay Granger, who has missed 100% of votes in the House since July 24th. Okay. So she's not doing her job.
Not a lot.
Since July.
Okay.
Since July.
All right.
Summer. Why is she missing all these votes?
What's going on?
She's been in an assisting living in memory care home.
Oh.
According to a report, her staff denies that she is in memory care, with communications director Valerie Nelson telling Rolling Stone via email, Kay Granger is not in memory care.
Even though she definitely
it's
is.
a retirement / memory care home.
Which I don't feel like you should be in any
assisted living and memory care home. So it's like assisted living. So it's like a nursing home, memory care place.
In your world, a suicide.
Yeah. Nelson also shared a statement from the Congresswoman who said she has been experiencing unforeseen health challenges over the past year.
Okay.
She goes, I am deeply grateful. I don't understand how people didn't know she was in there. Like, she's missing all these votes. Right. I am deeply grateful. This is her statement. Oh my God. I love this shit.
I know you do. It's your favorite.
I am deeply grateful for the outpouring of caring concern over the past several days. As many of my family, friends, and colleagues have known, I have been navigating some unforeseen health challenges over the past year. However, since early September, my health challenges have progressed, making frequent travel to Washington both difficult and unpredictable. During this time, my staff has remained steadfast, continuing to deliver exceptional constituent services as they have for the past 27 years.
Oh.
She's been in Congress for 27 years.
That's a long time.
Yes.
That's long.
For her constituents. And it's funny because she's bragging about it because she's like, I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for 27 years.
Well, I mean.
She goes on. In November, I was able to return to D.C. to hold meetings on behalf of my constituents, express my gratitude to my staff, and oversee the closure of my Washington office. It has been an honor of a lifetime to serve the city of Fort Worth as a city council member, as mayor, and as a member of Congress. Thank you for your continued prayers and support that you have extended to me. I think she's resigning.
Well, okay.
Staff writer Carlos Tercios wrote in the Dallas Express that he received a tip from a Granger constituent who shared that the Congresswoman has been residing at a local memory care and assisted living home for some time after having been found wandering lost and confused in her former cultural district West 7th neighborhood. Yeah. So he began to look for Granger. Is this a country? Like,
I think so.
What are we
doing? I think it's crazy that
I imagine there's a lot.
She goes without voting, but like, because like her little thing, we were just talking about like AI writing stuff. All they had to do was just come up with a little. Oh, she's doing great. She's doing great. She's doing great. Press conference. Blah blah blah. She's fine. Nobody needs to see her.
Tercios reported that calls to Granger's DC and district office went straight to voicemail. He found her district office vacant with no sign of the office continuing to be
spider webs.
occupied. No sign of employees in the building where her district office was located said her staff was closed the office before Thanksgiving. Following the tip he received, Tercios visited the assisted living and memory care facility where 2 employees confirmed that she has been living there.
Okay. In the office?
This is her home. Tradition Senior Living in Fort Worth's Assistant Executive Director Taylor Manziel told Tercios in a video posted to the Dallas Express website. So she's there and she's going to be there. Like he's saying that this is where she's her home.
In the assisted living home.
Assisted living memory care place.
Okay.
Granger was seen in public on November 18th in Washington, D.C. for the unveiling of her new portrait that now hangs in the House Appropriations Committee main hearing room. Granger became chair in January. Oh, my God. She's House Appropriations Committee chairperson. She announced she would be stepping down from the role in March of this year.
Okay.
She announced that she would seek re-election to Congress in October of 2023. So...
2023.
I know, it's before. So she ran for office. She decided she had to have known that there was like some type of
she
mental
didn't even know what year it is.
Yeah. She's wandering around.
She's like, I'm going to run for office in 2023.
Are you kidding me? Obama's president. I got to run for office. Yeah, we're going to get some stuff done. The page on this really bothers me. I don't know if you know that or not.
I can tell.
There's nothing wrong. You know, I think that's actually dope. Getting old and like it sucks. I get it, but also like
nobody wants to give up their position.
I know. And you know what's crazy is the other thing I'm thinking is she has people around her like in her orbit, and they don't want to tell her that because then that's her position. Ass too. Like this is what we're doing.
That's why they have to make up false statements and be like, no, no, you
all
guys.
Her donors don't want her to stop. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't be surprised if this memory care place, whoever owns that, probably donated to her campaign.
They're just propping her up.
Weekend at Bernie's government.
But it's weird that they don't let her, or that she's missing votes. Like, why isn't she voting? If she's doing all of these other things, she showed up to this unveiling of a portrait of herself.
I don't know how she can vote on stuff. I don't think she knows how to get an Uber. I don't know how she.
Well, how did she get to the one event?
I probably led her. They probably put a trail
string on her
of prunes, like a little.
But she's out here making art.
They told her it was Denny's. They were like, "Hey, they're putting a portrait at the Denny's." I do like Denny's.
I do like Denny's.
I like Denny's too.
And I'm not old.
A snapshot of Granger's a snapshot of that page. The page on Granger's congressional website that once listed all Granger's votes now shows an error message.
Oh, yeah. So they're just like
the page you have requested does not exist or is undergoing routine maintenance. A snapshot of that page was captured by the Internet Archive December 16th. Reveals the last time Granger cast a vote was July 24th, 2024, when she opposed an amendment that would reduce the salary of Yahweh Jake Lee, Deputy Assistant Administrator for Pesticide Programs, to $1. She missed the rest of the votes that day and has not voted since. What?
A lot of those words didn't.
I know. They're talking about some, I don't know. Rolling Stone emailed Granger's communications director, but received an out-of-office message stating that they have limited access to email until January 2nd, 2025. Granger is not the only lawmaker who has been reported to suffer from memory issues. Numerous 2022 reports said that staffers for Senator Dianne Feinstein, at the time in her late 80s, were attempting to hide the senator's declining memory. Publicly, Feinstein struggled to remember names of her colleagues and often forgot recent interactions.
Listen, my boss is 82, and she's fucking
sharp,
just as spunky and.
See, that's okay, and I think that's actually wonderful and good for her. But man, like when it goes, like pull the handle, get out, go chill. I mean, watch sunsets, drink juice. Like I don't know, like it's okay.
You say that, but you got to think about like if you're think about it. If it were you, you don't want to quit your job that you've had for 27 years. You don't want to leave your position that you've had for so long and, worked really hard for.
Well,
and just like you said, we
I'll
have all
still
of
be
these people.
funny if I can't remember my jokes. It'll
Right.
just be like
Yeah,
a different kind
way.
of show.
You're like, oh, what did you put an egg on the fan?
Like,
What?
Yeah, I'll be like, big women? Something?
They're like, fuck. Damn it.
Uh,
Yada, yada, yada.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Is it cold in here?
I just all I know is I hate skinny people.
Yeah, skinny people.
Am I right?
I did not storm the beach of Shanghai to date skinny women.
Like, what in the hell?
Anyway, in recent weeks, both House Speaker Emerita Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Emeritus Mitch McConnell, both of whom are also in their 80s, suffered a fall. Pelosi and fucking McConnell.
They all did.
They tipped over. It was probably the same gust.
I just imagine that it's all
Like,
three.
one of them fell into the other one. Pelosi returned home 4 days ago following a hip replacement.
Yeah, I did remember that.
At a U.S. military hospital in Germany that was necessary.
Which is very scary, like, especially at that age for a hip replacement. It's like basically like a death sentence, but she's been fine.
I don't think what you said is true, but I'm just going to let it stand.
Are you kidding?
It's not a
hip
death
replacement?
sentence.
No, it's
serious surgery.
It's very serious.
But you shouldn't say it's like a death sentence.
But I literally
It's
just
dangerous.
would you let me finish my fucking thought? Like, but I just read about this the other day because what happened, they have this major surgery and then they have to recover from it.
Yeah.
And that's what's really difficult. And then even people who have been like, who are like my boss, and who are like, wonderful, you're so fucking full of shit. Just because you don't think it's true,
no, it's not that I
doesn't
don't think
mean that I'm wrong, you fucking piece of shit.
It gets a death sentence.
That's not what I meant. Like, obviously. And I also said that Nancy Pelosi is fine. And she's doing great. What I am saying is that it's very hard to recover from such a major surgery at that age.
I agree.
And then what happens is that other shit starts to also decline.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And so then they die, you fuck.
Whoa. Okay. So here's another thing too, and I do agree with you that for somebody like Nancy Pelosi, not a death sentence. For like a regular citizen with regular health care, like she's at a military hospital probably getting like
of course,
a cyber hip.
Yeah.
Like it probably has like a targeting device in it or something.
Yeah.
There's probably a drone.
Like I remember my grandma, and she wasn't even that old, got hip replacement surgery, and she had lost like all this weight. And as soon as she had her hip replaced, she ended up gaining like 100+ pounds back.
Dang, that's crazy. I think one of the reasons I got defensive when you said that is because my mom recently got hurt.
Okay.
Like, it was so serious. Like,
but your mom is,
I know. Whatever. I like when you get fired up too.
Oh my gosh. Because there are just, it's not, I'm just saying that it's very difficult to recover.
It is.
Your mom didn't have hip replacement surgery. Your mom had knee surgery.
Knee replacement.
Just totally different.
Yeah, it is. It's okay.
I'm glad that you were able to identify what your issue was, though.
Yeah, I'm glad for the 100th episode you bit my head off for nothing.
Are you for nothing?
Yeah, anyway, let me go on.
For fuck's sake, finish this story.
Anyway, McConnell fell during a Senate Republican lunch where he sprained his wrist and cut his face.
Oh.
McConnell was reported to be working from home following the incident.
Poor buddy.
Some have also criticized House Democrats for selecting 74-year-old Representative Jerry Connolly, who was recently diagnosed with cancer, to serve as the chair of the House Oversight Committee, rather than the much younger Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
At the beginning, he should have picked anybody who is fired up It's hard to be fired up when you're 74 and you have cancer.
That's not funny. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just.
It is hard to be
by
fired
the way,
up.
Shout out to
it's hard
everybody.
to be fired up when you're 74. Period.
Yeah, shout out. Well, it's easy to be fired up about beating cancer, and like that's easy to get fired up about. It's like trying to survive and like live and celebrate your life. Like that's dope. But like stop trying to run the country. Like just chill. Let somebody else do it. It's okay. You can let it go. At the beginning of the 118th Congress, the average age of House members was 57.9 years, and the average age of Senate members was 64 per the Congressional Research Service. A 2023 poll found that 40% of voters supported a maximum age limit of 75 for members of Congress, while 23% endorsed a maximum age limit of 65. 22% opposed setting any age limit.
Duh.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no. I want to do this forever.
yeah.
Do this until I die.
All Congress people over 75 said that they shouldn't have a maximum age limit.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, no.
And they're like, we actually make the rules. So we actually think the minimum age is 75.
You need no less than 27 years of experience.
I want to say too, after that story, that like I think ageism is a problem. It's a problem in comedy. It's a problem everywhere, and it sucks. And I think if you're an older American and you want to be involved in politics and you can do the job, then I have no problem with older folks doing that job. But if you are missing things, because I think like it says that she's been a senator for
27 years.
27. Well, she's been in politics, I think, for 27 years. She was like the mayor of Fort Worth and all this shit. It's like just chill, dude. Like stop. But it's not how it works.
It's not how it works.
Okay, Medium, July 16th, 24.
July 16th.
Intriguing antiques are routinely, don't shut down on this.
Okay, I already did a little bit.
I know. Intriguing antiques. You like this. Intriguing antiques are routinely discovered in the most interesting of places. Amazing artifacts are found in secondhand stores, on grandma's shelf, and in the ground. However, such finds are rarely surpassed by the ancient Roman sarcophagus that a tourist recently stumbled upon that a Bulgarian beach bar was using as a table.
Oh shit! What was it?
It's a ancient Roman sarcophagus.
What the fuck is a sarcophagus?
It's
I thought
like-
that was
it's
in
like-
our throats.
No, that's you tricked me. I was like, there's no way. They found an ancient Roman esophagus. I'm so happy. You almost got me. I was ready to lose it. I was gonna throw the pen. I was gonna throw the paper. Proud of you. Yeah, you know what a sarcophagus is.
I don't know. I don't know what a sarcophagus
But you do know it sounds like esophagus, and you know what an esophagus is.
I do know what an esophagus is.
Yeah, that's the food tube.
But I don't know what it's in a
A sarcophagus is like what they put mummies in. They're like it's like a tomb.
Oh, a tomb.
Yeah, but it's like separate.
Smart. What
I saw a
our
picture.
smart sarcophagus sounds like a. It sounds like a Muppet.
Sarcophagus. You mean a snuffleupagus? Episode 100. Here we are. Yeah, a Bulgarian beach bar was using as a table. As originally reported by Aspen Plufgat of the Sacramento Bee, a former law enforcement officer was on vacation in Varna, Bulgaria, when they noticed what happened to be an old stone coffin positioned in the sand on the beach and being used as a patron table by the Rajhana Beach Bar.
Oh.
Suspecting that the table might be more important than servicing as a surface to hold drinks and snacks, the tourist reported his suspicions to city officials. After archaeologists went to investigate, they were able to confirm that it was actually a 1700-year-old sarcophagus of Roman origins.
Oh my gosh! And it's just been holding people's fucking Coca-Colas.
Ornately carved, it no longer holds any remains, and the top was missing, and it had been replaced by mismatched material to serve its most recent function. So it was
refurb.
essentially like a stone box, like a coffin, but a box.
Right.
But I could, if I saw something like that, I would probably assume that it was like some kind of industrial like leftovers. So
Right.
I get why they made the mistake, because it's one of those things like hidden in plain sight, kind of.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the beach
Obviously.
box. I wonder what that is. I was like, man.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I would think it used to be a boat,
Yeah, I was like, that probably was like part of a boat.
canoe.
Yeah, because canoes are square and made out of stone.
Is it square?
It's a rectangle. It's a coffin. I
Well,
saw a
I
picture
thought
of
they
it.
were like.
I'm sure Zach will see this and he'll put up a picture of something. Maybe a canoe, maybe a kayak.
I thought
Maybe
those were more
Zach
like
will
a
put up a picture of a
triangle.
guy bleeding to death.
Jesus.
Yeah, I think every story we should just add, and he bled to death.
And then he
Put a gun to her head and he bled to death. They found the sarcophagus, and inside
He hit
was a
yeah.
man bleeding to death, and it was found that he recently held a gun to his girlfriend's
He
head.
hit an artery.
Yeah, he hit an artery in in the esophagus.
The esophagus artery.
It has Varna is already a well-known area for these interested in antiquities. I can't talk anymore. Famous for being the site where the gold of Varna was 6,000-year-old Thracian jewelry was found.
Man, that's so cool. I wish I could find some. I want to go
Go find stuff.
gold digging.
Yeah,
You know what?
You should go look in your yard.
I mean,
Just
I
get
go gold
Listen, you
digging
got a shovel,
literally every day.
You got a shovel, right?
I'm not digging up my front yard.
Oh, okay, well, you're never going to find anything. It has not been reported what is to become of the sarcophagus, but it seems you don't know there's nothing in your front yard.
I don't give a shit if there's anything in my front
So what
yard.
you
I'm
do,
not
right?
digging it up.
So listen, get like string and make like a grid, right?
Yeah.
And then you play Battleship, right? And so you're like A2 and then dig a hole.
And then wait for it to grow back.
No, I don't know.
The grass.
I didn't really think past the digging part.
Oh, I was thinking about the grass.
Do you guys have an HOA?
No.
It doesn't matter. Have holes in your yard. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
It'll look like an art.
No, there's
project.
like places that you can go and like dig up.
You don't even have to go anywhere. That's the nice thing about your yard. It's right there.
I do have a nice yard.
It has not been reported what is to become of the sarcophagus, but it seems likely that its days serving as a table have come to an end. They should just leave it a table. Who
Well, I was
cares?
gonna say, what are they gonna turn it into? Like a nicer
It doesn't
table?
have the lid.
Yeah.
They already have a bunch of old
You've been
stuff.
using it forever. Why stop now?
I think it's actually more interesting that it's a table. Because when art gets stolen and then goes back on the marketplace, it's worth way more.
I do know that.
Yeah.
You know why? Because we did a fucking.
We talked about it, yeah.
Yeah.
In all likelihood, it will be on display. It's just like about the helicopter spaghetti thing.
I do.
Because I talked about that on the podcast.
We all do.
It will be on display at one of the local museums, which hold many artifacts detailing the rich historical tradition of this region.
Where am I supposed to eat my peanut butter and jelly, you bitch?
I hope that is somebody said that
Yeah.
to them.
I'm pissed off.
Like, we don't even have peanut butter and jelly. This is Bulgaria.
Oh.
It's a
They don't-
beach
you
bar in
think they don't
Bulgaria.
have-
What kind
you
of
think they
beach
don't
bars
have
are you going to?
Peanut butter and jelly?
Of all the foods to associate with, like, you'd think like shrimp or like it's a beach bar.
Oh,
Fish,
I'm thinking. Well, I was
caprese.
thinking beach. I was just thinking beach.
Why do you associate peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the beach?
Because I'm poor,
Yeah,
and we always did have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
yeah, everywhere. PB and
Yeah.
jelly. Oh yeah, let's
With
go.
some bologna.
Man, that sounds good right now.
A bologna sandwich?
No, peanut butter and jelly.
Oh.
Associated Press is the last one. October 19th, 2024. Warsaw, Poland. A funeral home in Poland issued an unusual apology on Saturday after a corpse that was transporting fell out of a hearse and into traffic.
Whoopsie. Oh no, and on to traffic.
Polish media reported that a man was driving down the street in Stalowa Wola, city in southeastern Poland, when he first saw a sheet on his car window. When the sheet slid down, he saw a body lying on the road. For a moment, the driver feared that he had hit the person.
Right, of course. Luckily, he was already dead.
It's already dead. Local media published an
Thank
image.
goodness.
Local media published an image of the corpse lying on the white striped pedestrian crossing.
Jesus.
That's cool. It used the crossing. It was in the crossing, though. So even
Jeez,
in
that's
death,
hilarious. No, like he thought
even in death,
he's following the rules.
he's following the rules. He's like, I might be dead, but I'm not going to jaywalk.
Yeah. Man. And then, but that's so funny of like all the places. So of course that dude thought he hit him because it was a crosswalk.
Yeah. There's like, he's in the sheet. This once again, we're getting to my favorite thing in the world, which is the apology.
Let's hear it.
The company transporting the corpse, Hades funeral service. Hades? Like hell?
Maybe.
Jesus.
No wonder.
Issued a statement Saturday taking responsibility for the incident and blaming a technical failure of the hearse.
Yeah, that's got to be like maybe the door.
They're like, the door opened and the guy fell out. That is a technical failure.
Bummer.
Man, here we
That's
go.
a bummer.
You know how much I love this. It is with deep regret that we inform you that as a result of an unexpected technical failure of the electric tailgate lock in the hearse, during the transport of the body of the deceased, an unfortunate event occurred, which does not reflect the high standards of our company.
We always shut the door.
Our deep empathy towards the families of the deceased and the respect we always show to the deceased, the company wrote in a statement posted on its website. It apologized to all those who were disappointed by the event.
Yeah. But
they don't even say what they did in the apology.
I think that the door didn't latch.
I know, but it doesn't say
the door didn't latch.
It just says an unfortunate event occurred. It doesn't say that. It'd be funnier if they said, well, they probably weren't going for humor. I was like, it'd be funny if they're like, the guy fell out.
I think it's funny enough.
The guy fell out. These are decent stories. That went all right.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, you were so nervous about the antiquities one.
The antiquities.
Yeah, and you got mad at me, which was awesome.
Well, I didn't get mad at you. I got mad at you because you got mad at me. Because I said something that rubbed on, you're worried about your mom dying. Like, which honestly, it's not the worst thing that ever happened.
Pause for effect. Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Got you beat in the mom department.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, 100 episodes.
We did it.
We did it. Here's to 20 more?
At least.
It feels like, no, we're good. I love doing this podcast with you. I really appreciate everybody who listens.
Yeah.
It's really fun. You know what's weird is that I think about this stuff, and we're going to get into it too, like the manager stuff. Like, I was talking to Brittany about it, and all of this kind of folds into this weird package of me, ADHD, projects. Mm-hmm. I work at your bar. I do a podcast with you. Mm-hmm. You go on the road with me occasionally. But mostly you're my friend. And me and Jess really do. We talk like off the podcast about stuff because there is a lot of stuff that we can't even talk about.
Which, you've heard us say it 100 times. Literally, you guys, because it's the 100th episode.
100 times at the 100th episode where I explain that there's things that we cannot talk about.
We'll talk about it after the podcast
because it'll hurt my career, and now that also hurts Jess's career as a manager.
Yep.
So now when I say something stupid and we have to edit something off the podcast,
you can't do that.
It's you that has to do it. You have to be
I have to deal with this.
Oh my god,
yeah,
this is bad. Damage control.
Not good.
Yeah. So if I was to talk about like another club in Seattle, that I'm not allowed that. You know why I'm not allowed there?
Why?
Because I'm too funny.
Yeah.
It really hurts all the other comics when they find out.
Right.
Yeah. By the way, they came up last night. It was really funny. We'll talk about it off the podcast.
Speaking of,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, we got that just reminded me of the really sad news that,
yeah, we didn't talk about that. Yeah. Super funny.
We didn't know about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Super funny. Super funny. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. I love Nate. I'm a fan of that club.
Doors.
It's unfortunate. And yeah.
We love you.
R.I.P. Nate.
That was I do have a lot of amazing memories there. Like
That's where we met.
I know. I was gonna say it was one of the first places. It was one of the, I think maybe the second or third time that I got to perform was at an open mic at Nate's, and it's where we met. Yeah. And
my first club that I like, well, outside of like Savage Henry, it's the first like larger club that I've ever headlined.
Yeah.
So like him having a, like. And I also, you know what? Honestly, like I have some like kind of crappy memories there too.
Of
but
course.
that's like
every
club ever is like, you know.
I ran the open mic, so I have.
Yeah, it's so I don't know. Like being a comedian, and we'll get to this more too. Is like this. It's a long series of like victories and heartbreaks. Like it's really, you know, it's really rare that I have shows where I'm just like, that was okay.
Yeah.
Like that show was right in the middle. It's usually great or it's awful.
One extreme or the other.
Yeah. And I think it's hard, you know. It's hard to run a club. I think Nate did the best that he could. And I think the staff there did the best that they could.
They were great.
And I think a lot of it, you know, without going into like details that I'm not like, it's not okay for me to share, is that there was outside forces and weird economic stuff that could not be predicted. So anyway, yeah. R.I.P. Nate Jackson, Super Funny Comedy Club. Nate Jackson is doing great. He just got fantastic. A Netflix thing. He's doing a bunch of stuff.
He's doing the reboot of The Office.
That's crazy.
Spin-off. I can't remember if it's a reboot or if it's I think it's a reboot.
That is
I don't know.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I also read something that he's like doing a movie and just all kinds of things.
It's blowing up. Yeah. New Year's Eve last night.
Yeah, today's New Year's too, by the way.
Yeah. I had a fucking blast with
last night.
Yeah, I had a blast last night. You know what I realized too is that we're coming up on our 2-year anniversatu too. You know that? Because 52 weeks. So I think episode 104 or 105 is actually our 2-year anniversary.
Look at you. You do understand numbers.
Yeah. Except when you get to know one. Okay. You get to know a number. And then they put another one in there. I was like, I loved you 6.
I don't like
and now you're 7? Now you're 7?
You think you're better than me?
This is the bit that I'm going to work on, by the way.
Are you?
You ever hear my joke that I used to do about how I think reading sucks because like I can't help to do it? Like once I knew how to read, like everything, if I look at a word, I can't just be like, those are weird shapes. Like I have to read it.
Yeah.
Like I can't look at that poster and say like Washington. Like I didn't want to read that.
But you just fucking have to.
I know.
And now my eyes are tired.
Yeah, now my eyes and my brains are tired because now I'm thinking about Washington instead of what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
I don't know.
You know, our podcast is a news podcast, but then it reverts.
It
like relapses back into what we used to do.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you need a little bit of both.
New Year's Eve was great. Augie Smith was great. Corey Michaelis is running a great show up there. It was cool. I got to talk to Corey. Got to talk to Corey about old stuff, new stuff. Me and Corey, we're not like best friends or anything like that, but we've been in this industry for like, he's been in this industry longer than me. And I
like
it was
Corey
cool
a lot.
To see him. Yeah, I think Corey's a good guy. Yeah.
He's good.
Mm-hmm. What's the Felon show? You did that?
I haven't done it yet. It's this is Thor's show. Mm-hmm. And
congratulations, Thor.
Yeah. Well, the last one did really great.
That's good.
This is the second one. Yeah. So, but it is, I have to talk about when I got in trouble and like, when I got arrested. So I have to figure out how to make that funny.
Yeah. That'll be fun.
By Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, that's coming up quick.
Yeah. And then I have 51st jokes tonight.
Do you know the trick that I do a lot of times?
What?
Where I like, if I'm trying to write about something or make a joke, about a certain subject, I'll just change my mind and write a joke about big women or meth.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Okay.
No, really. A lot of times what I like to do is I think about something that I'm embarrassed about or that I don't want people to know. Mm-hmm. And then I think about how I can like justify that. Okay. That's a lot of where I find like humor. is me. Like the dumbest things I've ever said are things that that I say when I'm trying to get out of trouble. And the dumbest things I say are usually like the funniest things I say. So yeah, I don't know if that helps at all.
That will.
Yeah, so that's how
I'll try it.
Manager, you're still my manager.
Still doing it.
It's been week 2 weeks. Yeah, it's going well. I like it.
We actually had a meeting, which was wonderful. We actually sat down and like put out.
Want to tell everybody where we met?
Oh yeah, at the trampoline park because
my kids were bouncing. Yeah.
But it was actually fine because they had Wi-Fi and it was totally fine. But you know, and no pressure. You're just like, you wrote a wonderful thing about me on the internet yesterday.
I did.
It was really nice.
Yeah, people liked it. Here, I'll read it real quick. I think people get a kick out of it if they didn't see it. Yeah, I was proud of it.
I know you were. You called me to let me know. You're like, hey, I wrote something nice about you on the internet.
You wrote something nice about me, too. It's got 595 reactions.
I know, that's so awesome.
I said... Jess Anderson would probably tell you that I complain too much about what comedy has taken from me when I could be talking about how it introduced me to Jess Anderson. She's a friend first, a fellow comedian second. She's the co-host of our podcast. She also books a comedy club in Seattle. And as of about a week ago, she's my manager. Could I get a more experienced manager? Sure. Do either of us know what we're doing? Sorta. I knew you'd appreciate that. Did she wake up late one time and almost miss an entire comedy tour?
Christ.
Do I feel great about entering into this new phase of our partnership? Hell yes. Jess is dope and caring. She understands and accepts my faults, but is also willing to hold me accountable. That's actually such a big thing. I'm going to come back to that in a second. Okay. She makes me laugh, and her work ethic is top notch. My goal this year is to get a spot on AGT or a late night show, and Jess is going to help me. And someday I will give her some money. But not yet, because I don't have very much. Hell yeah, Jess, you got this.
Thanks.
So that's the goal, is to continue to grow this career.
Yes.
You know,
continue to grow the career onto late nights.
You remember this, right?
I know those. You posted such great pictures. Like there were some that I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Hadn't seen them yet. Like, that was a Jai Tai.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I loved that one.
Yeah, and the thing, the Camino Country Club. Do you remember that show? That was fun. Do you remember the guy in the poodle costume was like, I saw some stuff online. You were pretty dirty.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm like, don't censor me, poodle.
Keep it clean.
No, he's a Dalmatian. He had like little floppy ears. I'm like, comedy's dumb. But the accountability stuff. So like, that's important to me because we occasionally disagree.
Yes,
like
we
earlier
do.
when you said that any old person that gets a surgery is a death sentence, and that you liked it when old people die.
Oh my gosh!
I remember when you said that earlier.
Yeah.
But
just the ones that you know.
I cut my finger with a pressure washer.
I was wondering. I see a Band-Aid.
You want to see it?
Not really, but go ahead.
It hurt.
With the pressure washer, you cut it with the water.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it hurt really bad.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's not that.
It's not that bad, but that's pretty yucky though.
It is. Oh no! Not
Do you want a new Band-Aid?
I'm gonna need one. Not right now. We're doing a podcast. Maybe after this.
Yeah, I'll get you one.
Thanks. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited about it.
Oh my god! You literally put pressure. You're such a child.
What? You
put that on the notes that we needed to talk about. That you pressure washed your finger?
Yeah, I didn't set out the pressure wash your finger. You know what's funny? Okay, so if you don't know this, like pressure washers will jack you up.
They will, for real. I thought it was going to be much like that's really gross. It looks like looks like a burn.
Luckily, that's kind of what it does.
Yeah,
is it burns through flesh, like it rips it. It was the weirdest thing because I'm like pressure washing the stairs because we got that new deck and there's stairs that went up to the old deck and we kept the old stairs and now we're using those stairs again because the new deck's a lot nicer. So and they're slicker than snot. So like I go out there and I'm pressure washing them and I don't know what I was trying to like grab something.
Yeah.
And the pressure it's like it's going. And I remember like I put my finger in the stream. And it was like, and it hurt so bad. And then for a second, I was like, oh, yeah.
I'm pressure washing.
I'm pressure washing right now. I was thinking about like birds or something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what. I think I was listening to a podcast about Ukraine.
Jesus. Well, you can't do more than one thing.
Episode 100. Throw the pen.
Woo!
Extra clapper.
Woo!
Jokes. Let me blow up this balloon.
Woo!
If you can't see, I'm blowing up a balloon. Oh man, I went up so fast you couldn't even see it. And I did a backflip really fast. Couldn't see it.
And we unintentionally matched our outfits.
And we did. Yeah.
You got to show your pants.
Oh yeah. So much easier lifting your leg up.
Yeah, I got my workout clothes. Oh yeah, that leg's never coming down.
I'm doing sexy stuff.
You're not.
Read my jokes.
Okay. Joke number 1.
I'm making confetti. Hurry up.
Okay. I like it when comedy shows cancel because it gives me time to reflect. Aw.
By the way,
We didn't talk about it.
Right before the podcast, I forgot to write jokes, and I felt bad about it because I think I forgot another time, and I didn't even realize that I forgot.
Yeah, this time you actually remembered.
Yeah,
so.
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I had a show cancel. Episode 100. Virginia Beach canceled this morning, and the show's tomorrow. Yeah, but I'm still flying to Virginia Beach. I almost rerouted through Knoxville and did another show, but whatever. Comedy's like that sometimes.
It is. Joke number 2. I want to live in a house that's just an attic and a basement. I'm so tired of the regular part of the house not being able to commit.
That's bad. That's really bad. That like it'd be funny if there was a house that's just an attic and a basement, and there's like no middle.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I read it.
It's mostly just a weird idea.
Okay.
It's a joke.
Joke number 3. People think my career is going great, but I got an email from the Virginia Beach Funny Bone that paints a much different picture.
That was the funny thing at the roast is everybody was like, Sam, you're going to be famous. You're killing it. And then this morning, that email was like, Sam,
you're not.
You're 14 tickets famous.
Oh, you're 14 tickets. That's still, I mean, when is it?
Thursday.
Oh.
It could go up to near 20. I feel bad. People have to go to like birthday parties and people are coming from like, because like I don't have the biggest fan base, obviously, but I have like a very passionate fans and my fan base is growing. So
did they just say that like I'll
show you the email.
Okay.
Get it done with the podcast.
Because I'm really curious, just as from a business standpoint, my own business standpoint, because like we've had people who've definitely sold less than that and we didn't cancel, so I'm just curious. Okay, joke number 4. I'd like to thank everyone for getting me to 100 episodes, especially all my fans, producer Zach, Nate Jackson, Trey, Brittany, Isis, the person, not the organization, just everyone, everywhere. I thank you all. Not Jess, though, because she's skinny.
I thought that was a good way to end because, like, the arc of the show.
Yeah, to really just to really loop it around there.
Yeah. Because you're skinny.
Because I'm skinny. I used to be skinny. Yay!
Thank you for listening to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jess.
Real.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Wish us a happy 100th episode.
If you can make it, come see me in Virginia Beach.
There is no show in Virginia Beach.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to come out after that. God. Okay, if there's any time travelers.
Then come, for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Bye.
Baby, no dildos. Baby, no dildos. Baby, no dildos for baby.